Apparently, people are not particularly excited about this Windows 11 thing, Microsoft stopping the security update for Windows 10. People are not particularly excited about that. See, a few days ago, I did make a video on my other channel. I was, just talking about the fact that this will be a good time for a lot of people to upgrade their PCs because Windows 10 security support is going to be stopped by Microsoft. You see, if you are meeting me for the first time, understand that I sell used computers, and on this channel, I host the Hardware Money Shop where you can actually go ahead and buy refurbished PCs, desktop PCs, laptops, stuff like that. See, but on my other channel, I tend to talk about the wins, the lows, and the highs of selling used PCs for profit. This is all it is. I did make a video explaining the fact that yes, this might be a time for a lot of people to go ahead and upgrade their system because a lot of people still have the 6th gen Core i5 PCs, Core i7 PCs, even the 4th gen Intel Core i5 and Core i7 PCs. People still have these PCs and they pretty much do not have a problem with it, but because these PCs are somehow referred to as unsupported hardwares, people might want to use the opportunity now that Microsoft is stopping its support for Windows 10 to just go ahead and upgrade the PC, buy an 8th gen Intel Core i5 or Core i7 PC in an attempt to take advantage of the Windows 11 that Microsoft is giving to us. I was thinking it was going to be a very beautiful story. Of course, for me, it would have been great because the more people upgrade their PCs, the more people go to the Hardware Money Shop to try to look for a new PC to buy. New in quotes, I'm talking about refurbished PCs. Yes, people would naturally want to look for the Intel 8th gen or the 9th gen or even the 10th gen and want to buy these PCs. That would have naturally been a very beautiful thing for me because then I get to sell a lot of stuff. I get to make some money in the process, but apparently that is not the case because the video I made got a lot of comments, and these comment people were expressing a lot of dissatisfaction with Microsoft. People do not see the reason why they should go ahead and upgrade to Windows 11. As a matter of fact, the comments just kept coming in. I was even shocked. It's like there's a mass campaign against Microsoft. People just kept saying, you see, I have zero reasons to upgrade my PC. I just have to be careful on the internet. I have to be careful about what I download. I have to have a good antivirus. I do not see why I need to pay 30 euros a year just to receive security updates. I'm going to move to Linux. In fact, these are the kind of comments that I kept getting over and over and again. I was thinking to myself, this is actually not good. It's supposed to be something that would have been met with excitement, given that Windows 11 is pretty much the buzzword in town. I was thinking that people would like to use the opportunity to just go ahead and throw away their old system. Guys, you'll be shocked that people still have very, very old systems. People still use, 3rd generation PCs with Intel Core i3, Core i5, 4th generation PCs running the Intel Core i3, the i4, and the i5. People are still using them, and apparently, people do not have problems with these PCs because, come to think of it, a lot of users actually just need these PCs to, check stuff on the internet, to check YouTube videos, go onto Facebook, do a little bit of Word document stuff. And sometimes you might be, tempted to believe that everybody is a nerd just like you because you have a way of doing a lot of stuff. You edit videos, you produce music, you want to do a lot of coding. Guys, I was shocked to realize that people just have their PCs pretty much to browse on the internet, check one or two stuff, and because of that, they are having a very difficult time, coming to terms with the realization that they have to actually part with as much as 300 euros because, come to think of it, a very good Intel Core i5 8th gen PC would cost you not less than 250 euros if you're talking about buying it, 16 gigabyte of DDR4 RAM, let's say 256 gigabyte of SSD, and depending on whether the PC is going to come with a wireless LAN card or not, you are going to be estimating a minimum of 250 euros just to get something like that. And a lot of people are like saying, I do not think I want to do that, and I do not see why with one single decision from Microsoft, I have to, bear a lot of inconvenience. First, trying to look for a decent PC to buy. Of course, if you are looking for a decent PC on the Hardware Money Shop, you can get that for free, but that's not the only problem. A lot of people do not also see the need for them to go through the pain now of, trying to get a new PC, setting it up, installing Windows 11 afresh, trying to copy files from the old PC and putting it on the new PC. All that kind of stuff. See, I personally am also not kind of excited when I have to set up a new PC for myself because my PC right now is pretty much set up. My apps have been installed. I do not want to spend another 10-15 hours just trying to, download Windows 11, install it, and begin to install my apps afresh. And sometimes I've even forgotten some of my passwords. Then I have to start setting up Adobe Premiere Pro all afresh. I do not look forward to that kind of job. And this is just me speaking, but then from the comments I keep getting on this video, people are not excited. They do not see the reason, and people are even suggesting that, look, Linux could be a comparable, if not better, operating system that they want to begin to, mess with. I personally have not tried it out, even though I have also received some comments on my videos. People telling me, maybe you want to try Linux. It's pretty much a better option to Windows 11. Perhaps I have to take a look. In the coming days, I have to see how I can actually go ahead and download Linux and begin to mess with it and see if it's going to be, beneficial to me. Of course, if the general feeling is that people do not want to migrate their system, I'm not particularly excited about that because I need people to actually think of upgrading their PCs, buying refurbished PCs to actually be in business. Because if everybody is saying now, I don't want to change my PC, I'm just okay using the PC that I've had for the past 10 years, then gradually the used market is going to suffer. People are not going to be buying PCs, and because of that, a lot of business might pretty much just go under. But come to think of it, I can also understand the reasons that these persons are actually giving to continue to stay with Windows 10 instead of going to Windows 11. They do not understand why a singular company with one singular decision will cut them off and give them all expenses. If you take a look at it critically, some of these PCs, the 6th gen Intel Core i5 PCs, they are still very, very good. I also see no reason why a very big company is going to discard a whole lot of PCs. I'm talking about some big companies have like 500 PCs, 200 PCs. With this singular decision, because these PCs are not able to run Windows 11 without being referred to as unsupported PCs, most of those PCs are going to be trashed. The environment is going to suffer for it. And if you take a look at it from that perspective, I also feel it's actually not fair that PCs that ordinarily should still be in very good working condition to be rendered redundant, or because they are being referred to right now as unsupported PCs. Those PCs are still very good. They can do some basic tasks. They could still be used in schools, in hospitals, in small businesses. But right now, because those PCs are not able to get security updates because they are referred to as unsupported, they have to be trashed, which, if you take a look at it, is actually counterproductive, especially when you think about the fight, to save the environment. I'm just thinking it could have been possible to actually allow those PCs to be able to get Windows 11 for free. See, it doesn't take anything extra for the engineers to just, do whatever they can do. I'm not a security expert. I do not know how to code these operating systems, but I feel that it would have been possible for Microsoft to do something to allow, more PCs to be able to run Windows 11. The fact that a PC that uses an Intel Core i7-6700 processor has to be thrown away, all because, first of all, the processor is not supported and it doesn't have a TPM 2.0, I do not find it a little bit fair, and I can pretty much relate to the fact that a lot of people are saying, look, we do not like this. I don't think I want to upgrade my PC. I am just fine using my Windows 10 for as long as possible. I do not care about the security updates that Microsoft is taking away from me. I'm just going to be careful on the internet, and in this way, I am going to be fine. Of course, like I said, for me, not a good information. A better thing for me would have been if a lot of people go to the hardware money shop to try to get a PC. That would have been a much more interesting position, but then it is what it is. We do not blame people for the decisions that they are making. If you are that person that have said, look, I'm not going to go to Windows 11. It doesn't matter if they are taking away security update from Windows 10. I can pretty much understand the position that you hold. And if you are the person that is saying, look, I think I have used my PC for so long, I think it is time for me to actually, go ahead and get a more recent PC. It could be a HP, a Lenovo PC, or even a Dell PC. Then you want to feel free to go to the hardware money shop, because right there, we've got a wide array of PCs. PCs that will enable you install Windows 11 without having any problem. You do not have to manipulate anything. All you have to do is to download the ISO file from Microsoft, install it. You are definitely not going to have any problem, and the installation is going to run smoothly, and you will continue to get security updates just like it used to be on Windows 10. Guys, let us get the conversation going. Let me know in the comment section, are you ready to upgrade to Windows 11? Does your PC support the installation of Windows 11 without you having to manipulate anything? Let me know in the comment section. I am excited to hear what position you hold in this conversation. Until I see you again in the next one, peace.